Hello, Expandacraft fans. This is Wesley, Mr. Expandacraft himself, with a very unique video. And if you'll stick with me to the end, I want to go over a few things with those who might be interested in becoming a distributor for Expandacraft and also an owner-operator of an Expandacraft rental fleet. And if you stick with me through this video, I'm going to explain all of the details about how to run it, what it costs, what you can make, and we'll go over some information about the fleet as well.
So tell us about the new direction of Expandacraft.
Oh yes, I have been doing the sales end for 15 years almost now. Sales, building, renting, everything. I'm a one-man show, and most of you who've dealt with me or seen my videos, you know I'm a one-man show even when it comes to these videos. I'm just now getting a videographer. And so now I'm going to focus on not just my retail sales, but this rental business. It would be a self-contained, what we call the Expandacraft mini tune, whether it's a twin hull or triple hull 12-footer with a 5-foot wide, it's a 5-foot, I think it's 4-foot wide deck on it. Yeah, 5-foot beam, 4-foot deck by 6-foot long. That's the very base model. So you have a trailer that's a specific trailer, and we'll have pictures of that coming up. It's being built right now. And you'll buy the entire fleet with the specialized trailer, and you'll have your own territory as an Expandacraft adventurer owner. And so replicating that and having support from the Expandacraft website is what's going to foster a good business for somebody who wants a all-inclusive, ready-to-go package deal of 10 to 12 Expandacraft on a trailer, batteries, motors, the whole 9 yards. Just hook up and you're in business.
So how much does a mini tune rent for?
One of the mini tunes, whether it's a catamaran or a trimaran, miniature pontoon, should rent for no less than $100 for a 3-hour tour. A 3-hour tour, that's right. Because if you think about it, a 3-hour tour, even if it was 4 hours and 2 people, as my math is right, that's $12.50 an hour a piece, something like that. That's cheap entertainment, and that's better than what you would get if you're just renting a canoe, because people who rent a canoe or a kayak, here in the local rivers, I think it's $80 for a canoe or a kayak, tandem kayak, and that's 3.5 hours, I think. So I believe that it's worth more than that. If you're going to have an electric boat, you're also going to get people who would never ever think about getting in a kayak or canoe, especially here in Florida where we have alligators in the rivers. And of course, people are not going to have to worry about falling off of an Expandacraft because it's just so stable. You can stand up and do the jitterbug with a fat chick. You're not going to turn it over. You might fall off, but you're not going to turn it over.
So what exclusive territory is included for an operator?
That's a good point there. Exclusive territory really depends on your area, because here in Panacea, I'm giving all of Panacea because there's only a certain number of rivers that can be serviced by one rental business. But if you are, say, in Texas where the Riverwalk is, you would own all of Riverwalk, and we could go over other rivers and possibly beaches and things of the sort that would be yours. But in all honesty, I'm probably not going to put anybody within 100 miles of another Expandacraft unless you're in a really, really dense area like, say, Miami. Mike could split Miami into 2 pieces, 2 fleets. But other than that, you pretty much have an entire city area.
What support do operators get from Expandacraft?
Operator support. The support is that I have spent 15 years building the Expandacraft name and website. I get thousands and thousands of people on my website every month. And what I would do is each particular operation would get its own website run by the operator, but it would be linked in the Expandacraft website. So you would name it Expandacraft Adventures, then the name of your city or area. Here it's Forgotten Coast because it's the whole coast. And then people who are searching for Expandacraft, again, thousands search for Expandacraft. And the best thing about it is when you're seeking Expandacraft, all you really need to do is put expand A and the letter C, and I'm the only thing that comes up. If you make up your own name for your adventure rental, well, then you're lost in a sea. If you're Texas boat rental or whatever, there's no connection to everything that I've done for all these years to make people come to Expandacraft website. Plus, Expandacraft is a growing name, and most people have heard of it at least, and I've got millions of hits and hits on my YouTubes as well. Facebook and all of the others will come along with it. So by advertising myself, I'm advertising my rental fleets.
So, Wesley, we hear that you're moving out of the area. Tell us about your retirement plans and what we've been hearing about the Philippines.
Oh yes, the Philippines. I am very excited about that. I am soon to be flying off February 24th for a month to the Philippines. I have one Expandacraft there right now, and I'm going there to shoot video, because when I make videos, I make sales, and I want to go to the Philippines. I am going to have a whole nother video on that, because there are larger plans in the Philippines. I am not actually retiring so much as I am going to be retiring from the production part of Expandacraft, or at least the retail part, and the rental business part. And I will duplicate the production in the Philippines for parts and boats that I'm selling for the European and Australian market. Still going to have a US made product for the product that I'm selling here in this hemisphere, but on the other side of the world they'll be made in the Philippines if all goes as planned. And there'll be more on that, but retirement, I don't know what retirement is. I'm just leaving this area of Florida, and I'm giving up the territory. And if you've followed me, Tigger, the big charter boat, the whole business, moving on, and I've sold that business as well. So lots in store for me, and lots in store for Expandacraft. I'm hoping to bring some other people into Expandacraft in the Philippines as investors. So if you're curious and you really are interested in doing an investment package somewhere in the neighborhood of $50,000 to $100,000, that's what I'm looking for as a partner for the European and Australian market. My little friends. All right, this is just the beginning of one of the tri-hull mini tunes. These are some of my older hulls that have been in my rental fleet for quite some time, and the folks who are going to be buying this particular setup of, I think, 10 to 12 boats and a special trailer, which, hold on, because we're going to be showing you the trailer next. This is the base for the triple and the tri-hull, the two-hull boat. It's a 4-foot wide deck by 6 feet long. It'll be a bench seat or 2 seats, like bucket seats, sitting forward. It'll have a bimini top and electric motors. And we're experimenting with a couple of electric motors. If you subscribe, you're going to see we're going to do twin motors that steers with thrust. And then we're going to do some standard electric motors. All electric, very quiet, probably at 5 miles an hour kind of thing. But it's for river cruise. You want it to be quiet and slow. And that's what we're looking to do. Much different than just a canoe or a kayak. Totally different world. Over here is going to be the trailer. Now what we have here is just the beginnings. This is an all aluminum trailer. I've even gone to the extent of making the risers out of aluminum, all stainless here. This is a ferrous metal, but this trailer is not designed to splash in the water like a boat trailer. And then of course it's going to be very stout aluminum, but this whole thing is very lightweight. I mean, you might think, oh, well, of course it's not even all done, but it's that light, one-handed. So just about any kind of car can tow this. Even with it fully rigged, you don't need a big truck, a big V8 or something like that to tow this with. You could tow this with a 6-cylinder SUV or car. That's the whole idea. Fully loaded, everything ready to go. 6-cylinder car would do it just fine. All right, Wesley here again. Same shirt, different day. Cloudy outside. Okay, I was talking about how I'm refocusing, and I'm going to have a bunch of rental fleets around. This is fleet number 1 that is trailer based. Fleet number 2 is going to be in the Sarasota, Bradenton, Florida area, and that one's going to be based on a pontoon boat. So it'll be in the water, basically like this, except those boats will be completely assembled. Like this one. This one's Black Beauty, for obvious reason. We haven't put the carpet on, no bimini tops or seats yet, but this is the basic platform. And of course this particular one has a 5-foot wide deck, but it's been split into 2 sections, a 2-foot wide and a 3-foot wide, because it just makes it a lot easier to handle for a small person who doesn't want to wrestle a 5x6 60-pound deck in one piece. Anyway, it's not quite finished. We'll have a banner for the business along this side, and the bow parts will be on both of the left and right chambers filled up. And the trailer is called Pez because, like a Pez dispenser, it's going to spit out boats. I put the tailgate on and all of that, but that's the focus that I'm going to do, is start selling entire fleets of boats with an area that you would own, that is exclusive to you as an Expandacraft adventure rental. And so hopefully I'll get a lot more folks, and pretty soon we're going to have numbers for you. We'll have numbers on not only how much it costs to buy a fleet, whether you have a trailer or you can have your own trailer. Sometimes you can do a box trailer, but that box trailer alone is 3,900 pounds. So this trailer is not even 900 pounds. The trailer itself is less than 900 pounds, 880 pounds it came in. So you can tow this with a 6-cylinder SUV. A box trailer, you're going to need a truck. And I would say a 150 would be undersized. You'd really need a 250 to tow a trailer that size with a fleet inside it. Plus, with this, visually it's very stunning from the road. You can hang the signs on it and say, hey, look what we got to rent. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm going to have a lot of these little rental places open, and then of course you can go to Philippines Project on my website and find out a little bit more about what I plan to do in the Philippines with duplicating the molds, so that the parts that I make, that I sell on that hemisphere, will be made in that hemisphere. Still keeping a U.S. product for U.S. based production for the U.S. sold product. More on that later. Stay tuned, and please give me a comment. Let me know what you think. 15 almost years of Expandacraft and what we're doing now. I'm Wesley, expandacraft.com. Check us out.